meeting me. I just wanted to ask you a couple questions about your campaign.
Thanks, Maddie. I really appreciate you taking the time to do this.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, so my first question, I'm just going to jump into it. So, what are your thoughts on creating more opportunities and spaces for teens and young adults in Maricopa?
Maddie, I think that's a great idea. It's something that we need to work on and prioritize. I know that there was a town hall of sorts with the Teen Youth Council, and there were a lot of great ideas that were brought forward in that teen hall. And I think that we need to work on implementing some of those. I think we definitely need to ensure that our teens have a safe space that they can go to where they have organized and unorganized activities. Both, I think somewhere where they can go hang out and just meet other teens and feel that they are connected to their community, but also different programming that they can get involved in that can help teach them leadership skills, help teach them job skills, and, different things to help them for their future endeavors.
Oh, well, I love that answer. All right, I'm going to jump into my next question. What inspired you to run, and what keeps you motivated when things get difficult?
Well, to tell you the truth, Maddie, I was never going to be in political office. That was not something that I was going to do. I always said being in political office is like the most thankless job in the world. But then I ended up here in Maricopa over 20 years ago. And I had young kids that were going into school. And I was really involved in the school system, and I wanted to be a part of the solution. And so I got on the school board. I served 12 years there. And at the end of my term on the school board, the vacancy came out for the city council. And I had been paying attention to city council agendas and some of the decisions that were being made at the city level. And I felt that I could help and be a part of that. And so that's how I am here where I am today.
Wow, amazing. All right. What keeps you motivated when things get difficult?
So that's really important, Maddie, because things get difficult, especially when you're making important decisions that affect so many people.
Yeah.
And you want to make sure you get it right, and you're also not going to make everybody happy all of the time. That's just the fact of the matter. So what I make sure I do is I'm always talking to community members, always soliciting feedback to find out what they want for their community, because I really feel that I serve the community. It's not what I want. It's what does the community want? And that's what I'm supposed to represent. So I'm consistently soliciting feedback, and I always want to hear from the community. And at the end of the day, I make the best decision that I think with the information that I have. And when I do that, I can at least sleep at night. So,
yes. I love that. I only have one more question for you. What's one thing you would change to make Maricopa feel more connected as a community?
So connection is so important, Maddie. And that's a great question, because connection really affects us mentally and physically. And we need to ensure that our community is connected. And I think there's a variety of ways to do that. One way that I became connected with our community when I first moved here and was a young mom was I was involved. I put my kids in different activities, tiny tot sports, youth soccer. My son was in the cooking classes, and that helped me to meet my lifelong friends that I have today. And so I think it's important that we are continuously providing programming for our babies, for our teens, for our adults, so that for our seniors, so that our entire community can get together and meet and share some things and activities that they enjoy. And that's how they can create friendships and create connections.
Oh my gosh, absolutely amazing. I love that.